Hi and welcome to Gun and Dragon Lord's video. Right now I'm bringing you a very special update and basically bringing you some latest information that I've seen it brought up. First off, I want to start off in the zombies category. In Kino der Toten, before you click the map, it used to give you the option to change the map as if that there were going to be new zombies maps. Now I recently went on to zombies and looked that up and found out that there is basically no longer the option for you to change the map, even though Kino der Toten is the only map to pick. Basically what I'm saying is when you click on find match, it'll bring up the map Kino der Toten. Below it, it said change map, or it gave you the option to change the map, but seeing how Kino der Toten's the only map to pick, that's what you can choose from only. So from what it seemed to notice is that they tried to hide the fact that they were gonna put zombie maps for Wii, and they're talking about mostly for 5 being there, but seeing how they try to got rid of the option for you to change the map, I don't think there is anymore going to be any zombie maps whatsoever for the Wii. Like, it's 2013, and since the game's been out since 2010, there has not been a single new map but other than Kino der Toten to choose from. Another thing I've seen I want to throw out there is once when you open all the doors in zombies, most of the doors at least, the one that leads from the first room to the stage is between there is the stairs, and right there is where the door was closed. Now it's open, of course, between the stage and the first room. What you do is you hide between the door, on the edge of the door, during zombie dogs, and the zombie dogs will run up to you, and they'll just stand there in place a little bit further away from you, about a few feet away from you, and they cannot attack you, they cannot touch you, they just stand there like dumbasses basically, and give you the chance to kill them right off the bat. Another good thing I've seen to find out is a lot of people like to, I don't know, they like to buy another weapon over the pistols, but what I don't get is people could just make do with the assault rifle or the submachine gun. It doesn't matter, the MP40 or the AUG, that's in the center of the stage, or the MP40 that's over by the second room. But what I've seen and noticed is that they basically buy the M14 or whatever, and then they'll go and get the MP40, and then they'll have both the MP40 and M14. What I don't get is people should just keep the first pistol that you start off with, because once when you get the money for Pack-a-Punch, and you Pack-a-Punch those pistols, you get Mustang and Sally, and then I think that you could get away with Pack-a-Punching the ballistic knife, so that way when you shoot it or when you knife somebody or whatever, it'll revive them. So I think the Mustang and Sally with ballistic knives, Juggernaut, uh, quick revive, I think those would be ideal. You don't need to get anything else for now. You don't need to get the what do you call it? The other ones. I just can't seem to remember what they're called. A new zombie glitch would have to be in the first room. There's a Nazi sign right there, smack dab in the middle of the room. And if you knife the sign 10 times, 20 times to be sure, it'll provoke the Nazi zombies because it feels like you're offending the Nazis. And that when you're knifing the sign, it's basically like you're burning their flag or whatever. So it basically provokes the zombies and pisses them off. It makes more crawlers. It makes more runners. It There's basically more zombies per round than there should be, regardless if there's 4 people or 2 people or 3 people or even if you're by yourself. I've tested this countless times, and for surely 100%, This increases the zombies and also makes them more challenging. If you want to challenge the zombies, I suggest you to knife the Nazi sign that's in the first room right in the middle. Knife it 10 times, 20 times to be sure. You don't have to do it all 10 times right away. You can knife it 5 times and do it again, but it must be done in the same round, otherwise it won't register. And then after like a certain amount of rounds you go through, eventually the basically it starts to fade, so you go roam around and you'll eventually find more Nazi signs, and if you knife those, it'll get them back to being pissed off at you some more. Let's see what else can I throw out there. Multiplayer. I've seen and noticed that when you go from multiplayer to zombies and you start a match in zombies, chances of your connection being lost is very high because it still thinks you're in multiplayer, but you're actually in zombies. And what happens is if somebody sends you a request through multiplayer and you're in zombies, there's a chance that it could freeze your Wii because it thinks that you're the game thinks you're in multiplayer, but you're in zombies. It'll say that you're online, but it doesn't say you're online zombies. It'll say online and then nothing else. And also for multiplayer, we're gonna go on the multiplayer topic now. I've seen and noticed that if you ever were to have UAV and people who are using Ninja or Ninja Pro, you cannot see them. But I do know that if you have UAV that has the motion sensor ability, where you can plant the motion sensor and you can see most of the map with just the motion sensor, it actually acts better because when you plant the motion sensor, you can actually see the Ninja and Ninja Pro. But you gotta watch out for people who use Ghost Pro, Hacker Pro, and Ninja Pro. But the thing of that is you know, Ninja Pro and Hacker Pro are the same in the same perk slot, so you can't really do that. You'd have to be a hacker in order to modify your class in order for it to have Hacker Pro, Ninja Pro, and Ghost Pro. And seen a notice lately that people who have been playing, there's about between 6 to 10,000 players, and I'm not lying on average. And I think that's because of Black Ops 2 and other Call of Duty games that have been out. People are just on those games and not on the Wii, Black Ops 7, as much as other Call of Duty Black Ops games. Everybody's on the others and not really doing much on the freaking Wii. But hey, I'm still hanging in there. I'm doing good. And seen and noticed that people like to use a lot of assault rifles or light machine guns that have an extended amount of ammo. Mostly extended mag. That's where the joke gets at. Well, my lighter died. Piece of shit. I got this torch lighter, but I don't want to use it because basically it'll burn it like a fighter jet. Man, look at it. It's fucking flame. It's not even a fucking fire. It's more of a freaking torch. Blowtorch. People use a lot of ammo, and they use like RPK, HK-21, Stoner. People's gone as far as wall banging with the M60. People went as far as to even take Claymores and put them in stupid ass locations like smack dab in the place of the map where you never would find it. You never expect it to be there, but you'll walk there eventually, and then next thing you know, you'll die from it on some stupid shit. Doesn't make me mad, but it just questions their authority. Like, what gave them the idea of putting a random ass Claymore, like for instance, in a corner where nobody would go, but when you spawn, it detonated the moment you move away from it, of course. And I seem to notice that if somebody plants a Claymore in front of you and he's just stood still and did not move, that Claymore will not go off. Because what it is The sensor, when they plant the Claymore in front of you, the sensor thinks that you're a part of the wall until you move. It thinks you're an object or something, but when you move, it'll go off. So there's my tip to you about Claymores. If somebody tries to plant a Claymore right in front of you and you know it, just stand still, don't move, and just shoot the enemy as fast as you can, even if you can, before he even plants the Claymore in front of you. And then you're set. If you want to be slick about it, in Havana, just roam around with Lightweight Pro, Marathon Pro, have fun with the dual wield HS10s, and throw steady aim in the middle of it. Steady aim pro, steady aim. You don't even have to have the pro perks, it doesn't matter. Is there anything else I need to throw out there? Capture the flag. If you guys are having problems with capture the flag and trying to get Marathon Pro, I suggest you guys to have tactical insertion, plant it in somewhere near where the enemy flag is, and then take the flag. If you die, you'll at least get a chance to spawn right by the enemy flag and get it again. Do it over repeatedly, and eventually you will get Marathon Pro a lot faster than you normally would the other way. Any other way you do it, it'll be slower, it'll probably take longer, and you'll most likely not get the flag as much as you would doing it the way I'm telling you. Because what you do is basically take out the enemies, and it gives you 10 seconds for them to spawn. That gives you more than enough time to get the flag and get to almost halfway across the map to your side of the flag. And then that way you can score and get points that way, and if you keep doing it, you'll eventually get Marathon Pro, like I said. And people, this is going out to people who 100% camp in the game, like all time camp. If you guys are going to camp and you guys are going to spend, I don't know, between 100 between 100 and $200 for a Nintendo Wii, about $30 to $60 for Black Ops, $20 for the mic, and if you're throwing in the accessories like classic controller, then you're asking for another 20. That's probably about, I don't know, $400 if you got it if you got it when it first came out. If not, when you got it when it, like a few years after it came out, you probably spent about $200 to $300, and this is not including all the extra games you got. What I'm saying is, you guys are going to spend all that money just so you can play Call of Duty Black Ops and camp your ass off. That's worth the money, I have to say. What's the point in playing a game if you're just going to sit there in one spot and not even enjoy it? That's all I have to say to people who just 100% camp. Me, I don't. I actually move around here and there in my videos. It seems like I'm camping, but actually in reality I'm not, because I'm always upstairs, downstairs. I'm in a different location of the map, and then I'll come back to that location just to check on things. It's not necessarily camping, because if I was camping, I'd sit there in one building, or I'd sit there in one corner just camping my ass off. Instead, I'm going after the enemies as I'm sustaining my area. And that's also what I want to throw out there. And that's about it for my freaking hints and tips video and updates. Might as well smoke this and end the video. Well, you heard it all. You heard updates from Black Ops Zombies, updates from online multiplayer, you heard it all. Updates about campers, updates about people who basically waste their money on games and just doing absolutely nothing to partake in the game. I hope I basically gave you everything I could for 2013 update. This is Gundam Dragon Lord. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Anything you do, make my videos look better. Thanks for watching, guys. And as I said, this has helped me a lot, and I'm sure it'll help you again. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.